Hey guys, so I've seriously been talking for like hours straight because I'm trying to get all these videos done. But I just did 2 other videos and now I'm going to do my 37-week video, my update. I am currently 37 weeks and 6 days, almost 38 weeks. So I'm at the end of my 37th week and I am just... I'm done. I didn't think that I would be this early on, but since he had dropped so early at 35 weeks, and I've had the back pain throughout the entire pregnancy, since he dropped, I've had the pelvic pain, like, I'm ready to be done, but I'm a patient mama, and I know that he'll come when he's ready, and so it's just a matter of just a couple more weeks is what I keep telling myself. And who knows when he's going to come, but if he doesn't come until my due date, or if he doesn't come until a couple of weeks after my due date, so be it. That's what he needs. But yeah, I'm done. So this week, the major thing that changed was on Christmas, which was 37 weeks and 2 days. Yes, well, we had a false alarm, and starting at about midnight, I started getting pressure waves that were about 10 minutes apart. Not really very intense at all, just a little bit more than I would say my Braxton Hicks have been. And pressure waves was a pretty accurate description of it because it was a lot more pressure than it was discomfort or anything like that. So I was sleeping and I laid in bed until about 1:30 when I got a pressure wave that was more, I wouldn't say, it was a little bit more intense than the other ones, but it was just a different type of pressure wave, I guess. And I was like, okay, well, maybe there is something to this. So I kind of switched positions in bed. I rolled over, just kind of, I wasn't really like timing them, but just taking note, like, yeah, that was about 10 minutes ago, or, you know, oh, it was a little less than 10 minutes, you know, I wasn't using a timer or anything like that. By about 2 o'clock, I'd say, I finally got up out of bed because I had to go to the bathroom. So I grabbed my phone and my headphones and I went to the bathroom, and then I just kind of stayed on the toilet because that was just a comfortable position for me. And I turned on just some relaxing music and I was just listening, and I stayed there for about probably 30-45 minutes just sitting on the toilet. May sound weird, but it was a comfortable position for me. And the pressure waves were anywhere from, I would say, 6 to 10 minutes apart. Like I said, I wasn't really timing them, just kind of taking note, like, oh, you know, that was about 7 minutes ago or whatever. But that lasted, you know, for about another, I was on the toilet for about 30-45 minutes or so. And they were still going. So, my husband was asleep and I still wasn't sure like what to think of it. So, I had a basket of laundry that needed to be folded. So I came into my daughter's like playroom, which is what I'm in now. And I put the basket on the floor and I just kind of sat on the floor, and I just started folding the laundry while I'm still listening to the music, still having, you know, the same amount of pressure waves, about 6 to 10 minutes apart. I wasn't really tracking, but they weren't like consistently 10 minutes apart or 6 minutes apart. They were anywhere from like, one would be about 10 minutes and another one would only be like 6 minutes. And, you know, so they were very inconsistent, but it was happening regularly. So I continued just like folding the laundry and whatnot. Over the whole process, it was about 4 o'clock in the morning when I finally was like, you know, I don't really know what to make of this. I'm not going to wake up my husband because they weren't very intense. It wasn't anything I felt like I needed his help or support to get through or anything like that. I still could have very easily walked and talked and done whatever through these pressure waves. So I just decided that I would just go lay down and just relax. And about that time, they pretty much stopped. I had a couple more, but they were very far spaced out. And then about 5 o'clock, my daughter had woken up and wanted to nurse. So I let her come into the bed and nurse, and generally nipple stimulation is something that can induce labor, or, you know, pick the labor up if it's slowed and such. So with her nursing, she did fall right back asleep. So it wasn't like she was like really nursing, but occasionally, you know, as they're sleeping, they do still continue to suck. With the nipple stimulation, it didn't pick up the pressure waves or anything like that. So I knew at that point that it was just kind of like a false alarm. But for about a good 4 hours, I was wondering if I was going to be having my birthing time during Christmas, if I was going to have to call my babysitter away from her family to come be with ours, because I was going into our birthing time and whatnot. So it was just a false alarm. But, and I've had occasional pressure waves since then, but nothing consistent. I did lose a little bit of my mucus plug before those pressure waves started, so before I'd gone to bed, but it was just a little bit. And then I did lose a little bit more, probably about a quarter size, a couple hours like later on that morning, after we were doing Christmas stuff and whatnot. But since then I haven't lost any mucus plug, or haven't really noticed anything else saying that, you know, my birthing time is getting close, other than just the Braxton Hicks or whatnot that I've been continuing to get for a while now. But yeah, I was seriously wondering for a little while if I was going to be having a Christmas baby, which would have been fine with me, honestly, except having to call our babysitter away from her family. That would have not been fun. But just a false alarm. Oh, that, and our birth photographer was still in the States, so she wouldn't have been able to be there. She's home now, but she wouldn't have been able to be there if we would have had him on Christmas. Other than that, we've just been getting the house ready, getting our hospital bag together, which is one of the videos that I just made. Just getting things ready for him to be here. I would like him to be here now, so I figure the more prepared, the more I act like he could come like right now, the more likely he is to come. But we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I have a feeling he's going to be stubborn, but we'll see. I don't really have any other symptoms or anything that have changed during this week. I do feel like he's dropped a little bit more. I do have more of the pelvic pain. It's so painful, like, to move in any position. It's so uncomfortable. And pretty much when I wake up in the morning is when I feel the most amount of discomfort in my, mostly my pubic bone, but just my entire pelvis. But walking is uncomfortable on my back. It's uncomfortable on my, you know, pelvis and whatnot. So I do have more of the pregnancy waddle, simply because that is a little bit more comfortable on my back, not because I feel like he's so far down. I don't know, it's just mostly my back, but my pelvis does hurt too when I walk. But he is continuing to drop down like little by little, but I don't feel like he's completely just dropped, like ready to go. I guess we still have a little ways to go on that. I still, if you can hear it, I still do have a little bit of the lingering cold. I was hoping it would just go away quickly, but apparently it just wants to hang around. So that is pretty much it for my 37-week update. That the one false alarm is pretty much all I have to update about. And I'm full term and I can go into my birthing time at any point now. Sooner than later would be great. But anyways, that's my update. I will insert the belly progression pictures as usual from week 6 until week 37. And I guess I will either talk to you guys for an update because I had him, or an update because I'm still pregnant. I guess we'll see, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.